What a night at Celtic Park. The Hoops beat Lask 3-0 in the first leg of the Champions League playoff, and this morning we have the full reaction. Camilo Duran was absolutely electric and has sent a warning to the rest of Europe. Callum McGregor has delivered a defiant message ahead of the second leg. Kasper Schmeichel has fired a cheeky dig at Rangers during his punditry duties, and we have found out exactly which pot Celtic would be placed in if they qualify for the Champions League phase. Massive morning. Let's get into it. But first, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Camilo Duran was the star of the show at Celtic Park on Wednesday night, scoring twice and delivering a performance that announced him on the European stage in style. Benjamin Nygren opened the scoring with a tremendous finish from a well-worked team goal. That is now 4 goals in 4 games for the Swede, who has been nothing short of sensational since the season began. But the night belonged to Duran. His first came with an incredible volley from the edge of the box that left the Lask goalkeeper with absolutely no chance. Joe Hart was on commentary and could not contain his excitement watching it go in. His second was equally impressive in its own way, a composed 1-2 with Nygren before slotting the ball into the top corner to complete a brilliant personal display. Duran is 24 years old and no stranger to European football, having scored 5 times for Karabag in the competition last season. But Celtic Park is a different stage entirely, and he rose to it completely. Speaking after the match, he was careful not to get carried away. He said, "It was a very beautiful night. I'm glad that we got the result. However, we've still got a game to play for, so we need to work hard. I'm very happy about scoring the goals, especially at this stadium. It was very beautiful. We need to do what we did tonight. We just need to play a very good game so that we can pass to the next stage." 4 competitive goals in green and white already. Naturally a striker, he has shown the ability to devastate teams from the right wing as well. If this is what Celtic supporters can expect from him all season, the future looks very exciting indeed. Now for the main story, as Celtic's projected Champions League pot has been revealed, and supporters can now start dreaming about which clubs could be heading to Celtic Park this autumn. The 3-0 win over Lask puts Celtic firmly in the driving seat ahead of the second leg in Austria next Tuesday. With that result in the bank, statisticians at Football Meets Data have been crunching the numbers, and their projection places Celtic in pot 4 of the Champions League phase if they come through. UEFA scrapped the old group stage format back in 2024, replacing it with a league table style edition where each club plays 8 different opponents. Celtic would be drawn against 2 clubs from each of the 4 pots, meaning the schedule of potential opponents covers the full range of European football. Pot 4 would see Celtic alongside teams such as Slavia Prague, Slovan Bratislava, Como and RC Lens. That is certainly manageable on paper. Pot 3 could throw up ties against the likes of Feyenoord, Napoli or Lille. Pot 2 contains the likes of Borussia Dortmund, Manchester United and FC Porto. And then there is Pot 1, Bayern Munich, who knocked Celtic out in the 94th minute in February 2025. Are in there. Real Madrid, Paris Saint-Germain, Manchester City and Barcelona are also present, as expected. The last time Celtic competed in the league phase, they finished 21st on 12 points and advanced to the playoff round. The experience gained from that campaign will be valuable. The squad is stronger, the manager is settled, and the atmosphere at Celtic Park has rarely been better. In other news, Callum McGregor has delivered a defiant message after Celtic's Champions League playoff first leg win over Lask, insisting the job is only half done, but allowing himself a moment to reflect on how far the club has come. McGregor had made his own position clear earlier in the summer. He told the club to match his ambition or he was gone. 4 summer signings later, all 4 of whom featured on Wednesday night, the club is moving in the direction he demanded. Speaking after the match, the captain was measured but clearly proud. He said, "That's what we're always working towards, trying to get the club into the Champions League. When you put in performances like that and the way we've started the season, then the confidence grows. It's our job to bring the atmosphere and bring the happiness. We got to a point at the end of last season where we brought that, the way that we finished." He also took a moment to praise the new additions, saying, "It was always important that we try to strengthen from that position, and it looks like we've done that." But the captain was equally firm about what comes next. He said, "It's only small steps. I have to reiterate that. We've got a really tough game next week. If we come through that, everyone gets what they want in terms of Champions League football, and then the whole thing can hopefully fly from there. McGregor will lead Celtic out again in Austria on Tuesday with around £40 million on the line. He has been in these moments before. His leadership in the second leg will be as important as any single pass or tackle on the night. In other news, Kasper Schmeichel could not resist firing a cheeky dig at Rangers during his punditry duties after Celtic's 3-0 Champions League win over Lask. Schmeichel retired last season after a series of shoulder injuries forced him out of the game at 39. His time at Celtic ended in difficult circumstances, with the Hoops and their supporters frustrated by his obvious lack of fitness during a period when results were already going badly wrong. He was never quite able to win back the full trust of the fan base after that. But on Wednesday night, he was back at Celtic Park in a different capacity, working as a pundit for TNT Sports, and his affection for the club was clear throughout. He spoke about the importance of unity at Celtic and how things seem to be heading in the right direction again. He said, "As a player, you have to not get carried away by that emotion. You had the massive emotion of winning the league in the 98th minute. The most important thing is this place, Celtic Park. It's the unity." He then reflected on the turbulence of last season before landing the line that supporters loved. He said, "Last year, there were a lot of things going on off the field. As a player, it was really uncomfortable. You really struggled with it, but they've come in this season. They've done their business. They've got into the season really well. It always helps that the team across the road aren't doing too well. That's all a part of the whole experience of being a part of Celtic Football Club. They're in a really good place. The next game, that's massive now. The first goal in the next game, they get that and they kill the tie. But if they concede it, then it'll be a really tough one." The comment about Rangers got the reaction it deserved. Schmeichel knows exactly what he is doing when he says things like that, and whatever complicated feelings supporters have about his time at the club, moments like that will always land well. Lastly, Kasper Ho produced an emotional moment after making his first European appearance for Celtic in the 3-0 win over Lask, with the Danish striker unable to hide his feelings after the final whistle. Ho joined Celtic this summer and has been working his way into the side since his competitive debut in the opening day win over Dundee. He was unable to find the net on his debut, but showed enough in his link-up play to suggest the goals will come. On Wednesday night, he made his European bow and contributed directly to the third goal, combining with Camilo Duran in a 1-2 that allowed the Colombian to slot home and seal the win. His hold-up play and movement across the front line throughout the night drew praise from those watching. Celtic shared his reaction video after the match, and it summed up what playing at Celtic Park under the European lights means to a player experiencing it for the first time. That's all the latest Celtic news for today. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and drop a comment below with your thoughts. I'll see you in the next one. Hail, hail.